Hey, hello everyone. Dr. Jeff Galini here, coming straight from the lab for a little bit of lab gab. I'm bringing you facts and no fiction, science fiction that is. One of the questions that seems to pop up here more and more, I thought would be a good laboratory discussion, is colors. Some people think they're dangerous, some don't care, some think we're killing people. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what the FDA has to say about colors. Now, first of all, the FDA, Food and Drug Administration, is the dietary supplements governing body. Supplements are the #2 most regulated industry. You heard me right, #2, nuclear, dietary, then pharmaceutical. People get confused about why I say that. That's for another talk for a different day. So colors are broken down into 2 different types. Natural colorings, which are things like beetroot, you can use B2, cabbage, there are a whole bunch of different things. Limited on what you can get colorized. The other part are FD&C colors, which are food, drug, and cosmetic. These are colorings that the FDA have allowed supplement and food manufacturers to use in food. They are 100% safe. You can search, you can find all the toxicity studies. FDA does not allow something if it isn't safe. Now, that doesn't mean that somebody isn't allergic to some color, like they are allergic to a food. Because you have a peanut allergy doesn't mean that peanuts are from the devil. And I'll tell you, I've heard things like, you putting colors in there, you're killing people. It's from the devil, you know, you name it, you name it. They're safe. We use a very, very small amount. Now, why do we use coloring? Well, sometimes certain industries, certain products require this. Because if you want to get a fruit punch and it's black, mentally you're going to think this isn't fruit punch. You're going to think it doesn't taste good, it doesn't work. So sometimes we want to have a little bit of color in there just for aesthetics to make it look nicer. So what I want to show you is how much color actually goes in. This is one of the things that people ask, how much coloring are you using? Now I can tell you that there's about 5 milligrams or 2 milligrams, but that may not mean anything to you. So I thought we'd do a little bit of laboratory experiment today. I've got a little beaker ball here and I'll try to zoom up. Now this is enough color to probably make about 2 gallons of something. You can't even see it in there. I got a clear bottle. I mean, we're talking fairy dust. I'm going to bring this over here. Going to get to the little lab bench. And we're going to do a little laboratory experiment to show you when I incorporate some water to something that you really couldn't see. Now I've only added a little bit of water here just because. And something that you couldn't see started to turn color. Now that's very, very bright. I'm going to add a little bit more water. One of the things when we are working in R&D, you know, we are measuring by the serving or the gallon or what have you. So you can see the more water that I add, the diluter, the color starts to appear. So again, this was enough FD&C, yellow #6, to color about a gallon or 2 gallons of a finished product. Very, very small amount. So again, when we do add FD&C colors, we're using such a small amount that, like I said, you couldn't even see it before I added the water, but I wanted to show you what happens when water hits it. It starts to change color. Now, doesn't this look a little more appetizing for an orange than just clear white or off-white or some green color that is a little on the nasty side? What I found over the years is most people wouldn't drink that. Now, some of you are going, Dr. Jeff, you're crazy. You don't know what you're talking about. Hey, this is the facts, Jack. Go to the FDC or the FDA. You can check out FD and C colors. We are governed. We are told the amounts that we can use that are completely safe. And again, it's a very, very small amount that would go into a product if we happen to use these colors in a product. So quit listening to internet experts. Quit thinking you're going to die if there's a color in there. Again, if you're against it, there are products that we also make that have no coloring, and there's a reason why we do that. So again, very, very small amount. FD&C means food, drug, and cosmetic. That means they're allowed to be used in food, drug, or cosmetic. And just a side note, this is kind of a funny story. I remember a gentleman that at a trade show, we had some product that we were sampling, and it was orange or pink or whatever. And he just came up and had a fit about the fact that he would never buy any of the products that I make because they were coloring. Later on, I saw him walking around. First of all, he had a Pepsi. Second time, he was drinking an energy drink. And when I saw the energy drink, I shouldn't have said anything, but I called him over and I said, dude, look what you're drinking. Oh, you know, I needed some energy. Yeah, but that's got artificial colors, artificial flavors, preservatives, I mean, acids. You got all kind of junk in there. It's going to kill you. That's what you told me an hour ago. Oh, well, it's just a little bit. I only drink 1 or 2 a day, so it's okay. Completely changed his tune. So again, most of the time, the people that raise a whole lot of stink, you know, being a little bit of hypocrites. But if you are allergic to a color, then you need to stay away from it. The same way if you're allergic to milk or wheat or eggs or shellfish, stay away from it. That's why it always is on the label. Anything that's made at All American Pharmaceutical under any of my brands, we will give you 100% of what's on the label. That way you can make an educated decision whether or not that product's right for you. And you will always find some of the same category products that may not have any coloring in it. Again, if that's something that you choose not to use, whether it's personal, whether it's fear factor or whatever, maybe you're allergic, then you always have an option with things without color. All right, that's straight from the lab, a little bit of lab gab for you today. Always trying to bring you facts and not science fiction. All right, everybody, take care. God bless.